Welcome to Trending Now USA. This is Bella, and I am bringing you the latest from Melbourne, where the world's attention is firmly fixed on the Australian Open 2026. Under the bright summer sun and the electric night lights of Rod Laver Arena, the WTA draw continues to deliver compelling storylines, rising tension, and moments that define careers. One of those moments arrived today as Coco Gauff moved forward in commanding fashion, defeating fellow American Hailey Baptiste in a match that blended power, poise, and the unmistakable sense of a champion coming into her own on one of tennis's biggest stages. The Australian Open has always been a proving ground for the sport's elite, and in 2026, the tournament once again carries enormous weight for players seeking to shape the narrative of the season ahead. For Coco Gauff, already established as one of the leading figures in women's tennis, this match represented another step in her ongoing pursuit of Grand Slam glory. For Hailey Baptiste, it was an opportunity to test herself against one of the game's most formidable opponents, on a court where reputations are built and challenged. From the opening moments, the contrast in experience and ranking was clear, but so too was the mutual respect between two players who know each other well from years on the American tennis circuit. Gauff entered the match as the favorite, backed by her Grand Slam pedigree, her consistency at the highest level, and her growing reputation as one of the most complete players on tour. Baptiste arrived with confidence of her own, having shown steady improvement in recent seasons and carrying the hunger of a competitor eager to seize a breakthrough moment. The atmosphere inside the stadium reflected the significance of the encounter. Fans filled the stands early, drawn by the All-American matchup and the promise of high-quality tennis. Every rally was met with anticipation, every winner with a roar, as Melbourne once again demonstrated why it remains one of the most beloved stops on the tennis calendar. The Australian Open, with its unique blend of intensity and celebration, provided the perfect backdrop for this contest. Gauff began the match with authority, her movement sharp and her shot selection disciplined. She used her powerful serve to set the tone, placing it wide and down the tee with precision, immediately putting Baptiste under pressure. Early service games from Gauff were efficient, signaling her intent to control proceedings and avoid giving her opponent any early foothold. Baptiste, for her part, showed resilience, holding serve in the opening stages and attempting to engage Gauff in longer rallies, where she hoped to disrupt rhythm and create opportunities. As the first set unfolded, Gauff's ability to absorb pace and redirect it became increasingly apparent. She demonstrated remarkable balance between offense and defense, transitioning smoothly from baseline exchanges to controlled aggression when openings appeared. Her backhand, long considered one of the best in the game, repeatedly found its mark, forcing Baptiste into difficult positions and drawing errors at critical moments. Baptiste fought bravely, showcasing flashes of brilliance that reminded everyone why she is regarded as one of the promising talents in American tennis. Her forehand produced several clean winners, and her willingness to step inside the baseline reflected a clear tactical plan to challenge Gauff rather than simply react. However, consistency proved elusive, and against a player of Gauff's caliber, small lapses quickly translated into lost ground. The first break of serve arrived as Gauff elevated her level in a tightly contested game, stringing together deep returns and forcing Baptiste to play one extra shot each rally. It was a classic example of pressure tennis, where the favorite applied steady intensity until the opening appeared. Once the break was secured, Gauff consolidated with composure, maintaining focus and refusing to let the moment slip. The set progressed with Gauff in control, yet without any sense of complacency. Her body language remained calm, her expressions focused, reflecting a maturity that belies her age. She closed out the first set with confidence, using a combination of heavy ground strokes and intelligent court positioning to dictate play and keep Baptiste on the back foot. As the second set began, Baptiste sought to reset, adjusting her tactics and aiming to inject greater urgency into her game. She increased the pace on her serve and attempted to take the ball earlier, recognizing that extended rallies tended to favor Gauff. For a brief stretch, this approach paid dividends, as Baptiste held serve more comfortably and even applied pressure in Gauff's service games. Gauff, however, responded with the calm assurance of a seasoned competitor. She weathered the surge, relying on her defensive skills and court awareness to neutralize Baptiste's aggression. Time and again, she turned defense into offense, retrieving seemingly unreachable balls and forcing her opponent to hit one more shot under pressure. The defining moments of the second set came in the mid-game exchanges, where Gauff's consistency began to tell. While Baptiste continued to fight, her margin for error grew, increasingly thin. Unforced errors crept in, and Gauff capitalized with ruthless efficiency. Another break of serve shifted momentum decisively, and from there, the outcome felt inevitable. Throughout the match, Gauff's serve remained a crucial weapon. She mixed speeds and placements effectively, keeping Baptiste guessing and preventing her from establishing a rhythm on return. Her first serve percentage stayed high, and when rallies did develop, Gauff showed patience, choosing her moments to attack rather than forcing the issue. As Gauff moved toward closing out the match, the crowd sensed the significance of the moment. Applause grew louder, acknowledging not just the quality of the tennis, but the broader narrative of a player continuing to cement her place among the sport's elite. When the final point was played and Gauff emerged victorious, the reaction was one of appreciation and expectation, a recognition that this was another step in a journey that fans are eager to follow. For Baptiste, the loss was undoubtedly disappointing, but it also served as a valuable benchmark. Competing against a top player on a Grand Slam stage provides lessons that cannot be replicated elsewhere. Her performance, while falling short of victory, included moments of genuine promise and underscored her potential to continue rising within the WTA ranks. In her post-match remarks, Gauff emphasized respect for her opponent and satisfaction with her own performance. She spoke of the importance of staying focused from start to finish, particularly in a tournament as demanding as the Australian Open. With the heat, the schedule, and the relentless level of competition, maintaining physical and mental sharpness is essential, and Gauff made it clear that she is approaching this event with both ambition and discipline. The victory propels Gauff deeper into the draw, keeping her firmly on course as one of the tournament's leading contenders. Each match at this stage carries increasing significance, and the pressure only intensifies as the rounds progress. Yet, if this performance is any indication, Gauff appears well-equipped to handle what lies ahead. Beyond the immediate result, this match also highlighted the depth of American women's tennis. With multiple players competing at high levels across the tour, encounters like this one showcase the internal competition that continues to drive standards upward. The presence of both Gauff and Baptiste on this stage speaks to the strength of development pathways and the ongoing investment in the future of the sport. As the Australian Open 2026 continues, storylines like these will multiply. Established stars will face rising challengers, favorites will be tested, and the unpredictable nature of Grand Slam tennis will once again be on full display. For now, Coco Gauff's victory over Hailey Baptiste stands as a clear statement of intent, a reminder that she remains a central figure in the conversation about who will ultimately lift the trophy in Melbourne. With each passing match, the stakes grow higher, the scrutiny sharper, and the rewards greater. Gauff has navigated this challenge with authority, and all eyes will be on her next appearance as the tournament moves forward. The road to the Australian Open title is long and demanding, but performances like this suggest that she is ready for the journey. This is Bella for Trending Now USA, bringing you the latest from the Australian Open 2026, where the drama continues, the competition intensifies, and the pursuit of greatness unfolds point by point on the courts of Melbourne.